Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and as you can see, not broadcasting from our downtown studios, but then it's still hard to catch people in their offices, studios, etc. But we have been able to catch Carrie Rosingana. She's the Chief Executive Officer of the Capital Area Michigan Works. And Carrie, it's always good to see you. So where are you at today?
I'm actually in my office, which is really, really lovely. I haven't been back in a while, and so it's great to be back here physically.
So are there other people in the building?
There are. We've started to reopen for seeing appointments, and we're welcoming the public back, which has just been really great to see after a year and a half of things looking different.
It's unbelievable. Is everybody taller than they were last time you saw them?
I think it's just been so great to see everybody. We all feel different to be back, but it's great to see each other.
Yeah, no, it really is. You know, it's interesting because one of your ongoing tasks basically is obviously to put people back to work, match up opportunity with supply, so to speak. One of the areas I think that we are impacted here, because I just saw the Chamber and LEAP's local survey, is that we have a younger population. And so let's talk a little bit about the impact that the youth and the young adult population has on our region and its workforce.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. And you couldn't be more right. Our region is really unique in that we do have that large number of youth and young adults within our workforce system here in the Tri-County region. And that's really in large part thanks to having Michigan State University, Lansing Community College, and the University Center that are home right here within our own region. We know that the tens of thousands of students that are enrolled within those different schools hold a large number of those jobs that we traditionally see filled by entry-level positions. And we also know that our secondary schools within the high schools within the Tri-County region also have students that hold a lot of those after-school jobs and summer jobs that help meet the needs of our employers within the region. And so we know with that significant community in mind and with all of those students here really thriving within our region and helping to fill the needs of our employers, it's really critical that we're investing in those opportunities so that they have that career awareness and exposure as they're trying to figure out who they want to become in the days ahead and the years ahead for themselves.
By the way, I'm still trying to do that so that I can see where that affects the youth.
I think we all are, Chris.
So listen, let's talk about, now you throw COVID-19 and the pandemic in there. How has that affected this workforce?
Well, as I just mentioned, we know that both our secondary and post-secondary students really have traditionally held a lot of those different entry-level positions that we see here. And we know that with a lot of those students not here over the last year and a half, we've really seen that impact the entry-level needs of our employers within the region. And as we're continuing to watch where those cases are at and keeping a pulse on the community here, we may see some of those students who were traditionally working in retail or restaurant work or in other public facing positions reevaluating if those are the careers that they want to be working in because of the pandemic conditions. So we're seeing already that some students have really pivoted and looked at changing some of their careers because of those experiences that they've been having in different conditions during the pandemic. So what we are continuing to encourage our employers is to think about that flexibility and continuing to engage with youth from a young age to let them know about all the different types of jobs that are out there, both public facing and those that may be more just internally facing.
You know, it's interesting because a couple of good friends of mine own restaurants, and some of their best help, they said to me the other night, actually at a gathering, is going back to school now, and they may not have enough people to run their restaurants. So I guess his question was, what can employers do to invest in youth and this young adults population?
Yeah, I think our employers, we really want to encourage them to think about that talent pipeline and what that means. So how do our employers actually get in front of these young adults and the students as they're thinking about where their career opportunities are? That can be as simple as doing a presentation virtually or in person to help students understand what your careers can look like within those different industry sectors. or participating in different job fair opportunities or job shadows, which we know continue to open students' eyes, because we always say, if you can't see it, you don't know that you can be it. So it's really critical that those employers are helping to teach our kids in the future where those different career opportunities are. And for our agency, we do operate a number of youth programs, and we also have an educational arm of our CAMW Workforce Development Board, which is called Teach, Talent, Thrive, or the T3 Council. And the whole goal of that is to connect assets together to support those educational and talent development connections and intersections. And I'd really encourage anyone who might be interested in learning more about how to get directly involved in that to visit our website at camwa.net/T3.
You know, it's kind of interesting because T3 is pretty noteworthy in this area. But I think it suffered during COVID-19 simply because you have to do everything in Zoom. And some of the most effective stuff they do are in person, but that's going to kick off again.
Yes, that is the plan. We have heard from our employers that our students are Zoomed out. And so we're looking for those opportunities to actually have them engaging with people in person again. And we're looking for what those opportunities will look like in the year ahead.
Well, and then announcements to follow, right? All right.
That's right. More to come on that, Chris.
Carrie Rosingana, Chief Executive Officer of the Capital Area Michigan Works. Thanks as always for the great work you do, but for taking a little time to join us today.
Thanks so much, Chris. Have a great day.
You too. We're going to be right back on the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.